layers, some of which we call two-factor authentication, which we should be taking advantage of. And I'm glad that some of those platforms have been able to implement this. So it's for us to be able to configure our accounts in a way that can beef up that security.
All right, Peter, what are those layers? When we talk about, sometimes use technical terms that we need to break down. And we know that initially, if you opened an email, you had one layer, which was basically your name and password. But now there are different layers that you can actually take advantage of. What are some of those layers?
Okay, some of those layers that he's talking about is, like the two-factor authentication he's talking about is basically this. You don't just use your email and password. Like Google Mail, for example, you can add your phone number so that they send you a code. You enter your email address, you enter your password, then they send you a verification code to your phone.
To the registered number on that particular email
on your phone. Then you use that code again to log in. So that ensures that even if I steal your password or email, I cannot go into any other computer and log in. It's only me. It's only you who can actually log in.
Because you'll not access that email address without the
because you don't unless you get a hold of the phone also.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other layers apart from the code? Are there other layers that possibly one could take advantage of?
Yeah, so besides just the SMS to which a code might be sent, it can be a voice call, just to confirm that you're the one logging. There are lots of configurations, Mike. You can even specify the location from which you usually log in, so that if it so chances that someone tries to log from a different locality, then you can receive a notification to confirm.
Okay.
Failure to which, then whoever is trying to log into your account will be prevented.
All right. Yeah. Let's look at simple maybe do's and don'ts, because you guys in the cybersecurity space and experts probably know mistakes, common mistakes that people make. And let's start with just a simple password. Yep. Peter, yes. What are some of the rules that you recommend for a password? Because I know many people will put a password that is very easy to remember, and more chances, the chances are very high that I'll possibly just, my name is Michael Gitonga, so just use Michael Gitonga as a password.
Okay, what I would recommend is don't just use Michael Gitonga. That one is very easy to hack. That one is very easy to hack. What you can do is you can use the passphrase, for example. You can say probably Michael Gitonga is a gentleman, but don't just say that. You can say you can use symbols at hash functions, alphanumerics. You can use hash Michael Gitonga is smart, for example. Then you can add numbers, 1, 2, 3, or 3, 4, 5, 9. Then probably add another hash or a symbol of something. Make it a long sentence.
The more complex and the more mixed
up.
More
difficult the more mixed up, it's harder for people to actually hack.
But it is still possible to crack it. I mean, a hacker could still
I know, but then it would take a hacker a longer time to crack such a password as opposed to one which is easier.
Take us through the mind of a hacker. How do they actually hack into an account?
Well,
what happens?
Sometimes it's so simple to hack. You know why? Because a hacker does not come from the moon.
Somebody like you and I, but probably with more knowledge in that space.
But someone who has read the minds of people and understand how they operate. And it's quite interesting, if I may use the case of Mark Zuckerberg, who has been hacked not once, not twice, but multiple times, Gitonga. The latest being, I think, last year, where a hacker group known as Our Mine got a hold of his password and logged into his Pinterest and Twitter accounts. And it was quite interesting when they revealed that Mark was using a password that was, I think, 5 years old. So that's one other mistake that most of us do. We use one password for such a long time because these guys had hacked, I think, the LinkedIn database way back in 2012, and they got a hold of more than 117 million passwords, out of which then they managed to single out this one for Mark, and they used that to log into Pinterest, into Twitter, and probably many other accounts. So the first mistake here, we use one password for such a long time. The second mistake, Mike, you use one password for almost all your accounts, and God forbid, including your bank account, such that if one got a hold of that single account, that single password, then they can
access
basically get
all your life
access to all your accounts. So those are the simple mistakes that we ignore just because we say, hey, I've not been hacked. It's them. But you can only take serious then when you get hacked.
All right, Peter.
Yes.
The hacker, is it a guesswork? Do they just guess their way through? Because when you put your, say, first two names, it's easy because one can, if I know you're Peter Omondi or Peter Oluoch or whatever, I'll just put those two names. But does the hacker purely guess, or is there a system or something they use to at least narrow it down?
Okay, there are a number of tools hackers use. One, hackers can use guesswork based on your names. Then there are others. For example, if you go, for example, to a given, a hacker can install a given software. It's called like a keylogger. The software is just there trying to monitor which keys you are punching into the computer. Then later he will withdraw.
Is that the same as malware? Or that's something different?
Well,
you can say it's almost the same, but a keylogger is a software that someone can put in a flash disk, then put in the computer you will use. Then he'll be monitoring the keystrokes as you punch in the keys. It can be done remotely.
If you are connected on a network,
yeah.
We can still be able to spy.
Also, he can as well go and use it physically. He can go and withdraw the flash disk and record. Also, some keyloggers, they can send that information via email to the hacker. So basically, the hacker, there's a way in which they'll capture that information. Then there are other hackers that they use what is called phishing. Phishing, basically, they can send you a link like, click here to earn 1 million, for example. I don't know if you've seen such on websites. Yes. Click here to win something. So if you click on that, probably you are taken to a given website where you can log in. Then as you log in, your information again is captured. Then they can also, some people can recreate a fake Facebook face.
Like a pseudo account.
Yeah. So if you log into that Facebook account or fake LinkedIn or fake Yahoo, fake website, as you log in, they capture your information. Then they use that to log in and attack you.
All right, and that's a discussion we're going to continue with. Allow me to take a short break. It's now 25 minutes after 8. This is Morning Express, and today on Tech Central, we're looking at cybersecurity. Question is, how safe are you in your cyberspace? We'll be right back.